Wow, is this an extremely high vibrational lunation, making it a powerful time for emotional renewal and spiritual development. See, this particular new moon is extra special, not only because it's at home in Cancer, but it'll also be conjunct the fixed star Sirius, amplifying its transformative and auspicious potential. This new moon is inviting us to seek comfort and nurture a new beginning with care and initiation. But if you know anything about me, then you know I like to go deep. So let's dive in, shall we? Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Stella Sage, the channel all about holistic healing and personal development inspired by the cosmos. I'm Bree, and today we're diving into the mystical energy of the new moon at 14 degrees Cancer, exacting at 5:57 p.m. Central Time on July 5th, 2024, through the lens of Western tropical astrology. So first, we'll explore the sign Cancer and its astrological associations. Then we'll take a look at the transit chart to understand how the planetary aspects are influencing the overall energy. After that, I'll share some self-care ritual ideas for you to harness and integrate this energy. And we'll finish up with a final message, drawing wisdom from my Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. So get comfortable and allow yourself to just soak up all of this nurturing energy Cancer has on offer. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac and is ruled by the moon. The sun travels through this part of the sky every year around June 21st through July 22nd. It is a cardinal water sign associated with emotions, intuition, and nurturing energy. Much like the crab that symbolizes this sign, Cancers have a hard exterior to protect their soft and sensitive inner world. They can be fiercely protective of themselves and their loved ones. The crab's claws represent tenacity and the ability to hold on tightly to what is valuable, reflecting Cancer's perseverance and loyalty. As a cardinal sign, Cancer initiates and leads, especially in matters related to the heart and home. They are pioneers in creating safe and nurturing environments, and they lead by their intuition, though their emotions can sometimes get the better of them. Like all water signs, they are associated with depth of emotion and fluidity. Cancer's cardinal quality combines this emotional depth with a proactive and initiating approach. We can understand a lot about the energy of Cancer when we consider the astrological house it rules. The fourth house is often referred to as the house of home and family. It governs your domestic environment, family relationships, and the physical house or place you call home. This house reflects the relationship with your parents, particularly the mother or the primary nurturer. The fourth house connects you to your roots, heritage, and ancestry. It represents the family traditions and cultural background that shape who you are. It also includes inherited traits, both physical and psychological, as well as the influence of your upbringing. This house is deeply connected with your inner self and emotional foundation. It represents your innermost feelings, security needs, and emotional well-being. The fourth house indicates how you create a sense of inner security and where you find emotional refuge. Traditionally, the fourth house is also associated with the end of life and your final resting place. It can give insights into the conditions surrounding your later years and legacy. The cusp of the fourth house is commonly referred to as the IC, which stands for Imam Coeli, meaning bottom of the sky. It represents your roots, foundation, and core sense of self. The sign on the IC can give insights into your deepest needs and how you find inner security. The moon in astrology is a crucial placement, making up your big three, along with your sun and your rising sign. The moon represents your emotional life, instincts, and subconscious mind. Its sign and house position provide insights into how you process and express emotions, where you seek comfort and security, and how you nurture yourself and others. Understanding the moon's influence in your natal chart can offer profound insights into your inner world and emotional needs, guiding you towards greater emotional fulfillment and well-being. The moon is the fastest moving celestial body in astrology, changing signs approximately every 2.5 days, and completes a full cycle through the entire zodiac every month. The moon's phases influence the tides and human emotions, reflecting Cancer's emotional ebb and flow. The moon's waxing and waning symbolize growth, change, and the cyclical nature of life. The moon embodies feminine energy, intuition, and the subconscious. Cancer's connection to the moon highlights their nurturing, intuitive, and protective qualities. Cancer's energy is that of the mother archetype, representing unconditional love, nurturing, and healing. That's why whether man or woman, those born under the sign often find themselves drawn to healing professions or roles where they can care for others. So I put together a brief description for how each moon sign expresses itself, as well as its interpretation by house. So look for yours and take a screenshot of this if you'd like. But because this placement tends to manifest more subconsciously or in a private way, I feel called to share my chart as an example, since these energies are so prevalent in my chart. And it's truly jaw-dropping how literal it has manifested in my life. So my moon is in the sign Leo, which is characterized by being dramatic, expressive, and affectionate, and seeks recognition, love, and appreciation. And it sits in my 10th house, which naturally is ruled by Capricorn, the opposite sign of Cancer. Meaning my emotional needs are tied to career, public image, and achievements. So as a child, I received a lot of attention from my mom for my achievements in gymnastics. I loved competing and performing. But as a gymnast, I had a very disciplined and hardworking childhood. And my parents got divorced when I was 6, so I had to take on a lot more responsibilities around the house from a young age. And the way I felt my mom expressed her love was in her hardworking nature and providing financial support, which is totally reflected in my Capricorn IC. But now listen to how these energies have continued to come through as I've aged. So I received a bachelor's degree in architecture, very Capricorn. And I've also spent most of my career life as a residential interior designer, very lunar energy. But not only that, my moon also opposes my Venus, which as a Libra rising is my chart ruler, and it is in my 4th house. But get this, since my IC-MC axis is at the final degree of Capricorn and Cancer, my house cusps begin at the very end of these signs. So basically it makes all of my 4th and 10th houses in the next signs, Aquarius and Leo. So my MC, which represents your public image, is at 29 degrees Cancer. And this degree is known as the anaretic degree, which usually coincides with crisis. And it's well known that spiritual awakenings typically result from some kind of life crisis. And my first awakening began after my dad passed away when I was only 19. But how crazy is this? So my dad was more of the emotionally available, nurturing parent. And he was a Sagittarius, which naturally rules the 9th house in astrology, which is associated with spirituality as well as the planet Jupiter. And what just so happens to be the sign that both my 9th house and Jupiter are in? That's right, Cancer. But the 10th house is typically the house associated with your father figure. And although Cancer rules the cusp of my 10th house, most of this house for me is in the sign Leo, which just so happens to be my stepdad's sun sign. How crazy is that, right? This just blew my mind when I first began delving into astrology. So there's a bit more to say about the significance of these placements for me and how it relates to this lunation cycle. But I'm going to come back to it a bit later once we get into talking about the transit aspects. First, let's finish up here and talk about the deeper meaning behind the phases of the moon. See, the moon's phases also play a significant role in astrology, reflecting different stages of emotional and psychological development. It also affects our physical body, particularly in women, and its relationship with our menstrual cycle. The moon is also known to provide a routine structure for mystical and intuitive practices and rituals. During the new moon phase, it's a time for new beginnings, setting intentions, and starting fresh. Emotional energy is introspective and focused on planting seeds for the future. During the waxing crescent phase, it's a time of growth and expansion. Emotions are geared towards building and developing new ideas. The first quarter is a time of action and decision making. Emotions are active and assertive as you face challenges and make progress. The waxing gibbous is a period of refinement and adjustment. Emotions are focused on improving and perfecting what has been started. The full moon is a time of culmination and realization. Emotions are heightened, bringing clarity and illumination to ongoing issues. The waning gibbous is a phase of introspection and sharing. Emotions are reflective and focused on giving back and sharing wisdom. The last quarter is a time of release and letting go. Emotions are geared towards resolving and closing chapters. And the waning crescent is a phase of rest and renewal. Emotions are inwardly focused and preparing for the new cycle. Cancer's energy teaches us to feel deeply, to allow ourselves to fully experience every emotion, energetic shift, and physical sensation. In the darkness of this upcoming new moon in Cancer, the veil between the subconscious and conscious is lowered. It is the darkest time of the lunar cycle, but also one of the most powerful. This new moon is a receiving moon, receiving information from your intuition. When you listen to your intuition, you reclaim your power by making yourself your own authority. Each new moon furthers our growth and illuminates wisdom inside us. But this new moon in Cancer is an inspirational time that opens up the portal to our highest intuition, a time full of emotional experiences and deep self-reflection. But see, you cannot truly access your inner knowing without first navigating the complete spectrum of emotions residing in your energy. But now we have Cancer here to nurture us through the process. And not only that, but this new moon is conjunct the fixed star Sirius, which sits at 14 degrees and 4 minutes in this sign. And Sirius is often associated with higher consciousness, spiritual awakening, and divine wisdom. Its conjunction with the new moon in Cancer amplifies the potential for profound spiritual insights and heightened intuitive abilities. This is a powerful time for deepening your spiritual practice and connecting with higher realms of consciousness. With Cancer's intuitive nature and Sirius's connection to higher realms, you may experience an increase in sensitivity and psychic abilities. So pay attention to your dreams, intuition, and any signs or synchronicities that come your way. This is a time to trust your inner guidance and to follow your heart. Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky, often referred to as the dog star, and has been revered by many ancient cultures for its spiritual significance. In ancient Egypt, Sirius was associated with the goddess Isis and was considered a star of fertility and rebirth. Astrologically, Sirius is often referred to as our spiritual sun. It is associated with qualities of power, ambition, and success. Its influence is considered to bring honor, wealth, and a desire for significant achievements. When prominent in a natal chart, Sirius can indicate a person with deep spiritual insights, a strong connection to higher wisdom, and a mission to bring spiritual light to others. Speaking of which, how aligned is it that this new moon just so happens to be taking place in my 9th house, the house of spirituality and teaching, conjunct Sirius, which just so happens to also be conjunct my natal Chiron. Chiron is classified as a centaur and is referred to as the wounded healer. It deals with our ability to find ourselves and grow spiritually through our deepest wounds. In your natal chart, it's where you have the most ability to heal others through your own deep hurts and suffering, but will likely never fully be able to heal in those ways yourself. And this is all taking place nearly exactly to the minute opposite my natal Mercury, the planet of communication and commerce in my 3rd house, the house associated with social media, which is sandwiched between arguably the most spiritual planet, Neptune, and the most realistic planet, Saturn. But not only that, this moon cycle is culminating with a Capricorn blue moon at no other than the anaretic 29th degree, meaning the moon will be conjunct my IC and the sun on my MC. Crazy, right? But now listen to this. My dad's death is what inspired me to first begin my exploration into spirituality and ultimately get certified as a yoga instructor and Reiki master back in 2013. But like I said, even though I've always had some professional involvement in these modalities, I've dedicated most of my career to design. And honestly, I never quite felt healed enough myself to truly step into the role as a Reiki practitioner. Now I know, thanks to astrology, that's totally Chiron. But recently, I feel like the universe has been pushing me into professional healing. How so? Well, it took another crisis and spiritual awakening. This time, it was provoked by a lot of work-related trauma from my ex-boss, who just so happens to be Cancer. Okay, but get this. Over the last few weeks, I have been working on restructuring my business and updating my website, and I am just about ready to launch my Reiki services to the public. And despite my obsession with astrology, I did not know the degree point of this new moon until I began working on this script for this video, or how this transit was hitting all of my chart. I mean, Mercury is even sitting conjunct by exact degree to my natal moon. I mean, come on. How am I not supposed to be sharing the story with you? I don't think that it will ever get old to me, where I won't feel utter awe when my life seems to fall perfectly in sync with the cosmos. It's just magical. And let me just clarify, in case you don't already know, Reiki is both a spiritual practice and a therapeutic modality, offering a gentle and nurturing approach to holistic healing that can be profoundly transformative for those that experience it. The word Reiki combines two Japanese words, Rei, which means universal or spiritual, and Ki, which means life force energy. Together, Reiki can be translated into universal life force energy. And as a Reiki master, I become a channel for this Reiki healing energy. So I'm inviting you to join me here on Friday as I will be hosting my very first live event. I'm kicking off a new series where I will be offering a moon cycle Reiki ritual for every new and full moon. I'm so excited. Also a little nervous, not gonna lie. I have my natal Mercury retrograde, so me and technology don't always get along very well. But wish me luck, and we'll just see how it goes. I hope to see you there. And this new moon is just the perfect moon to start this with, because it's a potent opportunity for deep spiritual activations, meditations, and healings. I'll be working with Sirius light codes and embedding them into the new moon Reiki ritual, tapping into these high frequency energy patterns, which can aid in DNA activation, healing, and the expansion of consciousness. It's gonna be so good. I'm really excited. See, this new moon in Cancer is already the perfect time for emotional renewal and setting intentions related to home, family, and personal security. And with Sirius involved, this nurturing energy is magnified. You may feel a strong urge to heal past wounds, create a more supportive environment for yourself and others, and cultivate a sense of inner peace and security. Seriously, the ideal time to incorporate Reiki. But now let's quickly break down how this new moon interacts with the other planetary aspects. This new moon will be forming a conjunction with Venus in Cancer. This aspect enhances the nurturing and affectionate qualities of Venus, emphasizing emotional connections, self-love, and healing within relationships. It's a favorable time for fostering intimacy and creating a sense of comfort and harmony in your personal life. The square to the node suggests tension between where you are and where you are meant to go. The North Node in Aries urges you to embrace independence, courage, and assertiveness, while the South Node in Libra may highlight past patterns of seeking approval and avoiding conflict. This aspect challenges you to balance your personal needs with your relationships, pushing you to evolve and step out of your comfort zone. This new moon is also forming a sextile to Mars in Taurus, and this aspect brings grounded, steady energy to the new moon. Mars in Taurus supports taking practical, determined actions towards your goals. This aspect can help you channel your emotional insights into tangible, productive efforts, particularly in areas related to stability, finances, and personal values. And the last major aspect to this new moon, the trine to Saturn in Pisces, offers a stabilizing influence, encouraging you to build solid foundations for your dreams and aspirations. Saturn's discipline combined with Pisces' intuition can help you to create a realistic plan for manifesting your spiritual and emotional goals. This aspect supports long-term commitments and brings a sense of responsibility and structure to your intentions. So overall, this new moon in Cancer invites you to focus on emotional healing and personal growth. It's a potent time to set intentions around nurturing your inner self and creating a secure and loving environment. Balancing independence and relationships, taking practical actions, and grounding your dreams into reality are key themes during this lunation. So embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation, and trust that the supportive energies of Venus, Mars, and Saturn will be guiding you on your path. Use this potent energy of this new moon to nurture yourself and others, and step into this next chapter of your life with renewed purpose and vision. So now let's explore some self-care rituals to incorporate during this new moon in Cancer. These practices will help you to align with the lunar energy and support your emotional and spiritual well-being. With Cancer being a water sign and all, cleanse and renew your energy with a sacred bath ritual. Fill the bath with warm water, add Epsom salts, rose petals, and a few drops of lavender essential oil. Place crystals like moonstones or rose quartz around the tub, and as you soak, visualize the water washing away any negative energy, leaving you refreshed and rejuvenated. Connect with Mother Earth. Spend time in nature to ground yourself, allowing the natural elements to cleanse your energy and provide a sense of stability and inner peace. Go for a walk, sit by a body of water, or simply stand barefoot on the grass, allowing your inner child to be cradled and nurtured by the grace of Mother Earth. Lastly, create a sacred space in your home where you can retreat and recharge. Arrange candles, crystals, and any objects that hold personal significance for you. Use the space for meditation, prayer, or simply sit in silence and connect with your inner self. Visualize the soothing energy of the moon enveloping you, bringing you peace and healing. Focus on your breath and allow any emotions to surface. Acknowledge them, release them, and invite the energy of Cancer to nurture you. And of course, you can join me on Friday and do all this with the help of Reiki. Now let's pull a card from the Starseed Oracle deck and see what wisdom it has to share for this lunation. Spirit guides and angels, what wisdom do you have for the collective for this Cancer new moon? Someone's coming out. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Well, this sounds like Cancer energy right here. So let's see what it says. All right, so here's the card. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you are a seasonal being. Cyclic, just like the moon. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel. To take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day, or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. What is your body yearning for? Well, I think that that is very fitting for the energies of this new moon. And when you have that time to be still and take that rest, that's when your intuition can really begin to get through to you. If you're always go, 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 and you don't have time to just sit back and process and, feel your emotions, really allow yourself to ride the wave and not feel like you have to be in control and force things to be a certain way, that's when spirit really starts to come through. And that's when life just becomes more in flow and you find things come to you more effortlessly, and you just have this inner sense of peace because you trust the universe has your back and is guiding your way and drawing the right waves to you when you need to surf. And when there aren't the waves that you want to ride, you should sit back. But there are also waves that are just not going to be a good wave to ride. You will fall down, or, it's just, I'm not a surfer, so this analogy isn't really going very well, but you get the point, right? So I think that is wonderful advice to take a break. And this full moon is coming after the 4th of July if you live in the States. So happy 4th of July. And I hope that that also means that you will have an extended vacation this week. Hopefully. And I know not everyone will have that opportunity, but definitely use it to give yourself some nourishment and the time that you need to recover, especially if you are feeling empty. So as this new moon meets this nurturing energy, it can indeed feel like an emotional roller coaster, bringing up intense feelings, dreams, and behaviors. It's a time to feel your intentions, tap into your emotions, notice what feels heavy on your heart so that you can release any blockages and start fresh. And embody this energy for birthing new creations and nurturing your true desires into reality. This cardinal water sign is reminding us that we have the power to generate the energy and vibrations that can change our lives and the lives around us, all from our intuition. The new moon in Cancer will help us understand our emotions around our intentions and how they affect what we manifest in our lives. So use this potent energy wisely and internalize the life of your dreams. Birth it into reality and nurture yourself with the love, joy, and happiness it brings. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you made it to the end, put a crab emoji in the comments below. And I will see you again on Friday, but until then, shine bright, star siblings. Namaste.